Okay, Benfica are set to strike a huge blow on the transfer market by actually signing Mohamed Amoura. Okay, so Mohamed Amoura is an Algerian, for those of y'all that might not know him. He's a 25-year-old Algerian superstar, you understand, who currently plies his trade in the German Bundesliga with club VfL Wolfsburg. VfL Wolfsburg is a club that has actually produced so many greats. I mean, we saw Kevin De Bruyne in the past, Dost in the past, where we've been seeing players like Andre Schürrle, you understand, the former Chelsea superstar, featuring for this particular club. So it is actually a very it is one of the top teams in Germany, despite the fact that they have been struggling over the past few years, you understand, because remember, Wolfsburg is a selling club. You understand what I'm saying? So look, how does this relate to what I'm going to speak to? The Eagles, Benfica, as they're actually affectionately known as, right? They're actually ready to pay nearly 35 million euros to actually attract the Algerian international. And basically this particular amount could make this operation the most expensive transfer in the club's history. Okay? So it is a historic insight. Okay? So far, the most expensive player ever signed by Benfica was Orkun Korku, you know, the Greek international who actually arrived for 25 million euros in the summer of 2023. And many were still thinking of Enzo Fernandez as a reference in terms of expensive transfers, right? But in reality, between the initial amounts and bonuses and as well as the percentages on the resale, the Portuguese club have never invested as much as it is to be put on Amoura, right? So with 35 million euros on the table, the deal would actually smash Benfica's financial standards and actually mark a turning point in the club's sporting policy. Because normally Benfica never spend less than more than 35 million euros, let alone even 25 million euros on a single player. You know, because Benfica, they produce their own superstars. They produce their own superstars and they bring superstars from South America and other continents. I mean, they're one club that I've seen that have been, you know, that have signed so many superstars from Argentina and bringing them there. You understand? Even Brazil and other parts of South America. And they also create superstars themselves. I mean, I could literally do a documentary on like the crazy business that Benfica actually does in terms of selling, right? Some of the best players that we have seen grace the football pitch. We talk about João Felix, Angel Di Maria back in the past, Oscar Cardoso. We talk about Enzo Fernandez currently. You understand what I'm saying? And David Luiz, and the list just keeps on going on and on and on. Okay? So Amoura, he arrived at Wolfsburg in July 2024. And it did not even take him that long to actually make a name for himself in the Bundesliga. You know, explosive, hard-hitting, decisive. You know, he has already scored more than, 10 goals and delivered 8 assists last season. You know, and you look at his performances have quickly actually attracted the attention of several big European names. But it actually seems like Benfica are actually in the running to actually, obtain his signature. I mean, we've seen clubs like Nottingham Forest, even clubs like Bayer Leverkusen showing so much interest in him. But hey, Benfica, they offering more money. They say, you know what, we want his services. You know, we need him badly here. At the Stadio de Luiz. We need him badly. And will this actually be a great signing for Benfica? Absolutely, yes. I mean, this is an Algerian international, and for an African player, despite the fact that these North Africans, they claim to be Arabian more than they're African, but he's African at the end of the day. I mean, for an African player to actually be the most expensive signing at a club, at a massive football club like Benfica is actually a big deal. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, it is going to be a great signing for Benfica. And hopefully it can happen.